There was an update in the case of Anna Kepner over the weekend, and that is that her 16-year-old stepbrother was seen arriving in federal court this past Friday. Media reported that some well-placed sources are saying that he's going to face at least 2 charges over Anna's November 7th unaliving. Now, again, because he is 16 years old, he is a minor, and as of this time, his case files will be sealed. If something changes in the future, if the charges change to being charged as an adult, or the judge decides to unseal these files throughout the process, we simply won't have much information or details. Nobody will be allowed inside the court while a minor goes into trial. Now, it had been almost exactly 3 months to the date when Anna's stepbrother was seen going into court to face these charges since her passing on the cruise. Now, if you have not heard about this case before, I have done multiple videos on this case that will be found on my channel. Now, a very brief update is that Anna Kepner was 18 years old and she was on a Carnival cruise with her family, which included her extended family because it was a blended family. She was there with her biological father and her stepmother, which also included her step siblings. Now, unfortunately, on this trip, on one of the mornings, Anna was found in the cabin that she was sharing with her 16-year-old brother who's being charged here. She was also sharing it with her 14-year-old stepbrother. She had been found stuffed under the bed. She was wrapped in a blanket and covered with life preservers, according to sources. Anna had gone to bed early the night before, telling her family during dinner that she wasn't feeling well. While her stepbrother had wandered around the ship taking photos, the younger one, she was left alone with her 16-year-old stepbrother. When the younger stepbrother returned, he didn't see Anna, but had just assumed she was staying up late with her father, Christopher Kepner, her stepmom, Chantel Hudson, or his grandparents, Jeffrey and Barbara Kepner. He had climbed back into his bunk bed, went to sleep, completely unaware that his stepsister's body was hidden just feet away. It wasn't until the next morning when the two boys went to breakfast with the rest of the family that the family realized Anna was missing. A medical emergency had been announced on the ship's public address system, which prompted Christopher, who's aged 41, her father, to rush to the Decade cabin where the cleaning crew had discovered her body when they went in to simply clean the bedroom that morning. The autopsy report later revealed that Anna had passed away from asphyxiation on her neck due to a bar hold, which essentially was an arm was pressed across her neck. Now, all we know is, again, that the stepbrother was seen going into the federal court, supported by his biological father, Thomas Hudson, who we have come to know very well through an ongoing custody battle between himself and his former wife, Chantel Kepner, who is now married to Christopher Kepner, who is Anna's father. Somebody was able to get a comment from Christopher Kepner, who is pissed off that the 16-year-old stepbrother, Timothy Hudson, after this federal court appearance, was released back to the custody of the family that he's been staying with. So again, it's just we're going to have to understand that this is a case where a minor is involved that is being charged. So it's going to lack information and details unless for some reason it gets unsealed by a judge. We won't know anything really much further until then. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I will see you in the next one.